Hi, I'm Carly and welcome back to MHN Season 6. And this is School Announcements, where I'm going to be giving you all the latest news on MHS and fill you in on what you'd be missing during the daily announcements every week. Want to learn about LGBTQ history? Join Mr. Trudeau's advisory. It meets every other Wednesday at 11 a.m. Our next meeting will be on March 10th. Email Mr. Trudeau to join. The next International Club meeting will be March 3rd at 2:15. The next Saga Club meeting will be March 10th at 2:15. Contact Miss Adams for the link to join. Thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily, and for this week's special report, I'm going to be highlighting the teachers and how COVID has affected them in the classroom. In early April, when school shut down due to COVID, online learning took hold pretty quickly, meaning everyone had to adapt and teachers had to find a way to continue educating their students from the comfort of their own homes. So today I will be interviewing Ms. Cairns and Ms. Girondo on their online teaching experience.
I'm Mrs. Cairns. I teach biology. I also teach anatomy and physiology and AP biology.
My name is Patty Girondo and I teach English. I teach juniors and I teach one section of seniors.
What is the hardest part about teaching remotely?
The hardest thing about teaching remotely is really at the beginning of the year, teachers kind of count on laying the foundation by getting to know their students really well.
Hard part is the interaction with the student that is missing. We have an idea if a student understands the concept or not, if the student is struggling, and being remote kind of takes this away.
It's been really tough to gauge people's reactions through a monitor and, check in individually to see how kids are doing.
The second part that is also difficult is assignment. We had a lot of paper assignment, and even though I was thinking about changing to electronic assignment, I was not ready to switch that fast.
What new techniques have you had to implement to accommodate the new learning style?
So this is mostly about assignment. The one that I was doing to check understanding after a lecture, for example, I needed to change it because I needed a way to check on student progress. And so I went and digitized all my worksheet and also put them into format where I could see the student, feel it in the worksheet as we were doing, because not being in school, I couldn't go behind the table and check on that.
So I think the techniques and strategies that I've been thinking of have to do with discussions and getting kids to participate. And a lot of that has to do with, making sure kids feel comfortable with each other and comfortable with me. We have tried a few things, knowing that new techniques don't work for everybody, I think is important to keep in mind and to try to mix it up and do different things. So yeah, that's kind of an ongoing process right now.
Do you have any doubts in the beginning that you have overcome now that we've been in it for a few months?
Definitely had doubts at the beginning about technology, and those types of doubts I think have dissipated. Aside from doubts with technology, I'd say I think most teachers have this fear or this internal debate about struggling with preparing kids for the future, right? We have this responsibility. I'm preparing you for the skills that you're going to need when you go to college, right? So that's really weighs heavily on my mind. But how do I balance that with dealing with kids and knowing what everybody is going through in the present? So I think that is kind of an ongoing doubt.
What do you think are the benefits of online learning?
So the benefit as a teacher, as I said, digitalizing some of those assignments, I think it's a very good idea. I was spending so much time at the printing machine that I really think that I'm going to keep some of those assignments and have kind of a balance between the two. Another advantage is that sometimes it's difficult to get to school, and so some students can have access to teaching staying at home. And even though it's not ideal for most of the people, it is an advantage for some.
Thank you to Ms. Girondo and Ms. Cairns for being interviewed.
Thank you for having me. It was nice to talk to you.
Thank you, Emily. That was great. Thanks for the opportunity.
Hopefully we can get back into the school soon, but for now we're doing the best we can with this online learning.
Hello, MHN viewers. My name's Sean. Aiden's behind the camera, and this is MHS Sports. Unfortunately, basketball has come to an end.
Both teams finished with a fantastic record. The boys finished the season 10-2, and the girls finished 6-6.
The girls team won 39-33 against Clinton, and the boys beat Clinton 81-40. Congrats on a great season.
Hello and welcome back to the Writer's Corner. I'm your host, Micaela, and this week I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. So today's episode is what writing means to you. I thought this would be an excellent way to show you just how amazing writing is. So if this incites you, please write something. Now let's get on with the episode. What does writing mean to you? Yes, exactly. Writing means letting yourself go. In fact, many studies have shown that if you write about difficult or traumatic times, it'll help you come to terms with the situation and come to a place of acceptance and healing.
Thank you.
Hello. What does writing mean to you? Oh yes, that is an excellent thing to mention. Journaling has been proven to benefit mental health. This is because it allows you to let go of pent-up emotions, and you can even do this with story writing because you can pretend to be a character and release your emotions that way. Thank you! Hello, what does writing mean to you? Yes, I agree. They just mentioned something that is vitally important to the meaning of writing. Writing means expressing yourself. This is because you can explore new ideas and new styles that you never would have been able to explore before. And you can secretly write about yourself, as I do very often. And they just wanted to also mention that writing is an excellent way to let go of society's constraints and just be. Thank you! Writing has many different meanings, but we can all agree that there is no disadvantage to writing, whether it's to let off some steam or to reveal your deepest, darkest secrets under a pseudonym. Wait, did I just say that out loud? Whatever, you understand. Writing's brilliant. And so that brings me to my question. What does writing mean to you? If you can answer this, please send in a submission. I will pick my top 3 answers who will get to choose a book from the hall from next week's episode on tiny libraries. That's all for this week. See you next time on the Writer's Corner.
Go on. I know you want to.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Liv Nat in the kitchen. This week we'll be making a yummy breakfast pastry. The pastry is blueberry lemon scones. Blueberry scones. We'll also be making the lemon glaze to put on top of the scones. These sound so delicious, so let's get started. To start off the scones, we sifted 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then we cut up 5 tablespoons of cold unsalted butter, and we mixed it into the dry ingredients until the mixture looked like coarse crumbs. Here I'm adding in 2 cups of blueberries and folding it in. And then we created a well in the middle of the bowl and added in 1 cup of heavy cream and mixed it all together. We put the dough on a floured surface and then molded it into a rectangle, which is roughly about 12 by 3 by 1 1/4 inches. Then I cut it into 4 pieces and then cut those pieces diagonally to make 8 triangle scones. Next, lightly brush the tops with some heavy cream and then put it into the oven at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Here we're making the lemon glaze. In a bowl we added a half a cup of lemon juice, 2 cups of powdered sugar, and we ended up adding more to make it more thick, and then you mix it all together. Here we're zesting 1 lemon, and then we added 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter and put it in the microwave to melt. The scones are ready! Time to taste them! I like how it's like crispy on the outside. It's very moist on the inside, but the outside is like I feel like I can use even more glazed. Yeah, that's true. This is the best scone I've had, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
I was gonna do the same thing, 8 out of 10, yeah.
It's very good. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but like, they're better than I thought they would be.
So good. We'll leave the link to the recipe in the description box below.
I think you should follow the recipe for the scones with the lemon glaze. I think it used too much lemon juice and then we had way too much icing. So we recommend cutting the measurements for the glaze recipe in half, but also like only using 1/8 of a cup of like the lemon juice.
But besides that, it was a great recipe and you should totally make it. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Hey guys, it's Molly and Jenny, your hosts of Photo of the Week, and we're here with a special announcement.
We're here to announce the winner of the Students Photo Contest.
Who's the winner, Jenny?
Well, the winner is...
Reese Lowry! Woo! Reese will be up against Miss Karen's, the staff winner from the previous competition, so look out for a Google form to vote between the top two to see who wins the Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
Don't forget to vote!
Vote!
Vote! Bye!
Hi everyone, I'm Emily and welcome back to Fashion Mania. Recently, I have found myself being bored of my hair. Instead of impulsively dyeing or cutting it, which would be a very bad idea, I've been trying to do new hairstyles. Which leads me into today's episode where we are going to be looking at some of the hair trends that I've seen in 2021 and that I've carried over from 2020. Let's start off with the overall style people are leaning towards for their fashion this season, which is 90s/early 2000s inspired. Now the haircut specifically has influences mostly from the 90s as well as the 70s. It's like a mix between the two. It's very big and fluffy. For the 70s influence, good examples of this would be Farrah Fawcett's hair, and then the 90s influence is more like Cher from Clueless. It's just like a blowout style. And along with that style comes the most popular haircut you could get right now, which is curtain bangs. Who knew I was gonna say that? It's all over TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, literally everywhere. But if you don't know what curtain bangs are, which you probably do, but I'll tell you anyway, they are longer bangs that are like swept to the side that frame your face, kind of like how curtains frame a window. They're super cute. I love them. They are super trendy right now. Now that we have the basic haircut down, let's move into hairstyles. The first hairstyle is braids. Specifically little braids like on each side of your head. Also small little ponytails too. All the hairstyles that are popular usually incorporate like little elements into your hair. Braids are a great hairstyle to go with because it adds some dimension to your hair and just a little pop, you know? This is probably the trend that I've done the most because it's super easy and almost everyone knows how to braid. And finally, the last hair trend is hair clips. All different types of hair clips. Big, small, colorful, bland, all of them. The bigger claw clips like these are popular for putting your hair up, like in a little clip like that. And then like little small ones like these are good for doing little hairstyles. There's the basic brown ones, and then there's also colorful ones, like big pastel claw clips like these are really popular. And then the early 2000s comes more into play with this hairstyle because you have little butterfly clips that were popular back then. I love this trend because the clips are also really easy to use and you can make a lot of different hairstyles with them. Alright, that's it for this episode of Fashion Mania. Thank you for watching and see you next time.
It's me, Muffy, and it's time for you to visit the bakery. The bakery of death.